Hi there, movie fans. This is my DVD and Blu-ray update of October 2011. Each DVD and Blu-ray that I bought in October are all horror related. So that explains the title of this video, Halloween Haul. And we start off with Soul Survivor, a surprisingly good horror film from the early 1980s, which has a very eerie and creepy atmosphere. It's about a woman who is the sole survivor of an airplane crash, and the dead, or the Grim Reaper, if you will, is doing everything to kill her because she was not supposed to survive the crash. Story-wise, this movie is very similar to Final Destination. You can see it here. Before Final Destination there was Soul Survivor, and I'm sure the creators of Final Destination were inspired by this one. But this movie reminds me more of Carnival of Souls rather than Final Destination. But it's very good, and I really like the cover of this DVD. A very 1980s retro VHS cover. Looks great. Next is the German or Austrian media book of Hellraiser, one of my all-time favorite horror movies. Now this comes in two different versions. The white version, which is the one that I have, and the black version, which looks like this. And there's nothing much. You can only see the pins or the nails. You don't see its face. And that's the reason why I got the white version, because you can clearly see his face. And this comes with the Blu-ray and also with the DVDs, and there's a few pages in between. There's nothing much. I actually expected more from it, but it's a nice addition. There you go. It's numbered. My number is 71 out of 3000. And I also have the media book of Hellbound Hellraiser 2, which obviously is the white edition. And this is what the black version looks like. And the number of this one is 2177 out of 3000. Next is Mimic, the director's cut. Now I don't see much difference between this version and the original version. There is one scene that was not in the original version, more of an extended scene that takes place in a sewer. You know, a couple of guys working in the sewer, and one of them discovers a dead bug like this one. But that was the only change that I've seen. I was expecting a different ending, but it's pretty much had the same ending as the original version as well. And you know, Guillermo del Toro, he mentioned a different ending once in an interview, sort of like an unhappy ending. And I was expecting that to be in this director's cut, but it isn't. It's pretty much the same as the original version. But you know, I still think it's a pretty good film. It's just not my favorite Guillermo del Toro movie. Next is Spirits of the Dead from Arrow Video. Now this looks different than the other Arrow Video releases, but it has a booklet, a very thick booklet inside, and it also has two different covers, as you can see here. Now this film tells three different stories, 3 episodes, and each episode is based on a story by Edgar Allan Poe, and each episode is directed by a different person, and you can see the director's name on here: Federico Fellini, Louis Malle, and Roger Vadim. And the actors, look at that, there's a great group of actors in this film: Brigitte Bardot, Alain Delon, Jane Fonda, Terence Stamp, also Peter Fonda, Jane Fonda's brother, is in this film. And this is really great. Although I don't think that this is everyone's cup of tea, because this is more of a European style art house horror anthology. But I thought this was great. Next is the German Steelbook of Scream 4, which is a very nice edition, and I thought that it was a pretty good film. I think it's a good addition to the Scream franchise. But you know, no matter how many movies they're gonna make after this one, Scream 1 will always be the best one in the series. It still is my favorite. But this is pretty good, and also the killing scenes are much more brutal this time. A lot more brutal than in the previous films. It's like ever since the Hostel and Saw movies, you know, every horror film has become more brutal and bloodier and gorier, in my opinion. And I think Wes Craven understood that. So yeah, it's a pretty good film. Scream 4, and a very nice steelbook as well. Next is the Dutch steelbook of a Dutch horror movie, Sint, or Saint, which is the English title. And this is really, really great fun. I enjoyed this one very much. Have some great gore scenes in it. It's based on a Dutch tradition, Sinterklaas. You know, before we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Sinterklaas, and well, I don't celebrate it anymore. It's actually more something for the kids, really. They get presents and gifts and all that. Something like Santa Claus. And this film was directed by Dick Maas, who also directed Amsterdam and The Lift, which is the movie about the killer elevators. But I really enjoyed this one a lot. It's a very nice edition, no inside artwork, unfortunately. But really great film. A little bit too short though. It's only 80 minutes long. But I liked it. If you ever get a chance to see this film, go see it. And I think you will enjoy it. And finally, I have the Nightmare on Elm Street collection on Blu-ray, which is a great release. This has all of the Nightmare movies except Freddy vs. Jason, apparently because that movie was released by another company. But this is a great release. Has some fantastic extra features. A new documentary, Fear Himself, The Life and Crimes of Freddy Krueger. And there's also 2 episodes of Freddy's Nightmare, which is a TV series. And it also comes with this little comic book. This is very nice. I like the artwork on this. Look at that. Here you got the Freddy Krueger burger. Wake up, jackass. I like that. And here are all the Blu-rays. Really great edition. And that's it for my October update. It's not a lot, I know. I actually had to calm myself down because I spent a little bit too much money in the previous month with all those box sets and stuff. But anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And happy Halloween, everybody.